November 24th at 6:31 p.m. The invocation will be by Reverend Joanne Meyer from Peace United Church of Christ, and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
First, I would ask that we remember the people of Paris, people all over the world who are facing terrorist acts, people who've lost their lives. We're going to take a moment and have a moment of silence for them, and then I will enter into a prayer, and I invite you to join with me. Let us take a moment of silence to remember those people who've lost their lives. Let us pray. We will not be afraid, O Lord our God. We will be a people who do not live in terror every day of our lives, because there are people who want us to live that way. Because we understand something called divine providence. And you are watching over us even in this moment, even in this place, in Merrillville, Indiana, in the United States of America. We are blessed to have a wonderful police department and firefighters and first responders who oversee and take care of this community. We are grateful for each and every one of them. May they be blessed, Lord God, as well as our leaders who are gathered here today, for they oversee the matters of this community and they care about us, Lord God. And for that we give thanks and praise. May each and every one be blessed. Lord God, we are a people who are strong. We are in solidarity with one another and with people all around this world, believing that those who wish to create pain shall someday understand what it means to be people of peace. Let it be so, Lord God, let it be so, Lord God, this night among us and among all. We pray in your most holy name, and all God's people say, Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Mr. Guernsey.
Stan?
Here.
Hardaway?
Here.
Keanu? Aaron?
Here.
Bennett?
Here.
Roger.
Here, 5 present. Petitions, communications, and remonstrations. We have a proclamation from the Chamber of Commerce for Small Business Saturday. Do we really need to read this into the record?
Motion to approve, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Pettit and seconded by Mr. Hardaway for the approval of the proclamation for Small Business Saturday. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. I have a letter here from the trustee, Joe Shudik, addressed to myself. The Ross Township Trustee's Office will sponsor their 3rd annual holiday party for the children, infant to 4th grade of Ross Township residents. The party will be held at Hidden Lake Park, 6355 Broadway, Saturday, December 5th from 11 to 1 p.m. The children have the opportunity to visit with Santa and Mrs. Claus, and have their photos taken with a 12-foot decorated tree in the background. Santa elves will also be painting faces, making balloon characters to delight the children. Our activities include games, pony rides, and a moonwalk. The program is free to Ross Township children. In the past, we have partnered with and relied on donations from businesses and organizations like yours to help to defray the cost of hosting the event for children. We hope you will consider assisting us in donating to this very worthwhile event. Our goal is to give our township children a great holiday memory. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact my chief deputy, Donna staff. We appreciate any assistance you can provide us.
Saturday, what date?
The 5th. He's looking for a donation. I don't know what you guys want to do.
What should we give them? Is there a normal donation or no? Neighbor. Warner?
Motion is for $200 to donate to the Ross Township Christmas party.
God bless you.
No second.
That was a big one.
Motion denied. Okay, consent agenda, accounts payable register voucher approval for November 24th, 2015, and approval of town council meeting minutes for November 10th of 2015.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mrs. Barron for the approval of the consent agenda, seconded by Mr. Pettit. Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Standing committees, budget and finance, Mr. Pettit.
I have no report unless Mr. Guernsey does.
No report. Public Works, Mr. Span.
That's the subdivision street. What's going on, Bruce?
Okay, in front of you, there's a letter from Robinson Engineering recommending that the town council accept all the streets and associated improvements, including the storm drainage and street lighting within the Mesa Ridge subdivision into the town inventory. I would
So
need a
moved,
motion.
Mr. President.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Pettit and seconded by Mrs. Barron for the approval of the acceptance of the Mesa Ridge subdivision streets. Any other questions?
Bruce and Dorinda, have the bonds been posted? Do we have to have?
There are no bonds showing. A few months back, Mr. Anderson, Richard Anderson, had come to us, and at a council meeting, you guys approved accepting these streets without a maintenance bond.
Not a maintenance bond?
Because
Okay.
the developer was unable to get a maintenance bond.
All right.
Again, the streets are all done. They've been in place for quite a while, so I don't
Okay.
think a maintenance bond would have done any good anyways.
Okay.
Okay?
Any other questions? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Council Affairs, Mrs. Miano, does anybody have anything? Personnel Policy and Employee Benefits, Mr. Pettit.
No report.
Public Safety, does anybody have anything? Parks and Recreations, Mrs. Orlich.
Hi, good evening. Just a reminder, the CSRI, which is the Cooperative Special Recreation Initiative Holiday Party, is also Saturday, December 5th. That's from 2 to 4 p.m. Guests are asked to call the park office to give us an update as to how many people will be joining for that day. Santa will make an appearance, and there will be refreshments. We're also going to have our senior holiday luncheon on Friday, December 11th at 11 a.m. The Merrillville High School Choir will be entertaining the seniors that day. Again, you have to call the park office to make your reservation so we know how many lunches to have prepared. That number is 980-5911. And just a couple updates with the park department. We're currently updating our recreation software program. It'll expedite transactions much more efficiently for the clerk treasurer's office, and the program will be much more user-friendly. We've had our first planning meeting. We've involved the clerk treasurer's office to make sure that the system is set up and the transactions are per their requirements. And hopefully, if everything goes okay, we will be up online probably in, I'm hoping, March. And the last thing I have on my report is we had exceptionally windy days last week. Some of our parks were totally trashed. Garbage cans were spewed all over the park department. Our park maintenance person was helping with leaf patrol, but we did get him back on Thursday. The parks were cleaned up, and I asked him to pull in all the plastic trash containers so those aren't flying around the park. So our parks are pretty much winterized until the spring. And that's all I have.
Anybody else have anything on Parks and Recreations? Seeing none. Environmental Affairs, Mr. Lake.
No report.
Elections and Public Relations, anybody have anything? None. Economic Development, Mr. Pettit.
Yes, just for the benefit of the members, Bruce handed out the Redevelopment Commission Business Facade Rebate Program. If you guys just take a look at that, look through it, and we'll talk about that at an upcoming workshop probably in January when we get the other members of the new council coming on.
Well, one thing on that, Sean, is that there's been a couple inquiries about it. As soon as it hit the paper, nice article, Chaz, but people are already concerned about it. So we, in January, we really need to take a good look at that. I've spoken to the gentleman from Piatech, and he's excited, and he's hoping that we can help him. I mean, if you look at it, that's the only really sore spot in that part of Broadway.
Yeah.
And if we could do something with that, and then Fiesta Palace is requesting a larger sign or something, but that'll be on their dime. They're not looking for anything from us. So.
When's that grocery store opening up?
December the 3rd is what I heard. Rulers.
Good.
Yeah.
That should be bring some more time.
That's good. Every little bit is going to really improve that corridor.
Got a nice sign.
They got a nice big sign. Everybody can see it.
Anything else? Utility Liaison, Mrs. Barron.
No report.
Abandoned Properties, Mr. Hardaway.
I got one thing to, I just got this from Bruce. Schedule of mowing fees. The town of Merrillville in the past has charged as a general rule a flat fee of $100 each time it is mowed a residential property. There is also a one-time administration fee per year for $25. Unfortunately, our client list gets longer each year. I have recently had a meeting with our code enforcement officer and street superintendent on this matter. To reverse this trend, I would recommend that our mowing fees be increased for the year 2016 to the following. Maximum half an acre, $150, maximum 1 acre, $250, over 1 acre, $350, and administrative cost of $100. And if you have any questions, you can contact Bruce Spires, but I'd like to make a motion that we accept these fees.
I'll second it.
Motion for the acceptance of the schedule of the mowing fees. Would this be for the year of
2016.
starting to 2016?
Yes.
Motion by Mr. Hardaway, second by Mrs. Barron for the approval of this. Anybody have any questions?
Question,
I've got-
Mr. President, to Bruce and specifically Dorinda. Out in the Panhandle, I've got a lot of large tracts of land. And I think in the past, Dorinda, we have told Vicky or told the property owners to make a 20-foot deep path if you've got frontage on Clay Street to go in 20 feet deep. Is that still in effect? Okay.
That won't impact this. That won't be, as long as they got the 20 feet, no problem.
All right.
I just got one item. The schedule, the mowing fees needs to be set up as an ordinance.
Okay.
We've never done that before. And John, I believe that if we're going to be charging fees like this, it needs to be in an ordinance.
Can very easily be put in ordinance form.
Okay. So I would assume your motion includes the town attorney creating an ordinance.
So, yeah, my motion
Meeting.
is for that. Your motion's your second?
Yep.
Motion and second stand for including that this be included in an ordinance. Any other questions? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
That's all I have.
General orders, ordinance, first reading. I don't know. It says ordinance 15 dash. Do we have anything under first reading, Bruce?
I believe that's just a blank, Mr. President.
Yeah, that was
I believe
just left on there. The
First
first
order of business is 1531 on second.
Okay. So there is no first reading ordinances?
No.
Second reading ordinance is ordinance 15-31 is an ordinance of the town of Merrillville, Lake County, Indiana, fixing the salaries and pay for employees of the town of Merrillville, Indiana for the calendar year of 2016.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Pettit, seconded by Mr. Span for the approval of ordinance 15-31. Any discussion? Seeing none at this time, I'll open it up for public comment on ordinance 15-31. Any public comment on 15-31? Any public comment on ordinance 15-31? At this time, I'll close the public comment section of it. Roll call vote, Mr. Guernsey.
Span,
Yes.
Hardaway,
Yep.
Barrett,
Yes.
Pettit,
Yes.
Rajak.
Yes, motion carries 5-0. Resolution 15-41 is a resolution of the town of Merrillville, Lake County, Indiana, transferring monies within the 2015 general fund and court probation of the town of Merrillville.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Pettit, seconded by Mr. Hardaway for the approval of resolution 15-41. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Resolution 15-42 is a resolution of the town of Merrillville, Lake County, Indiana, transferring monies of the 2015 budget within the Mississippi TIF fund.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Pettit, seconded by Mr. Hardaway for the approval of resolution 15-42. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Resolution 15-43 is the resolution of the town of Merrillville, Lake County, Indiana, concerning the holiday schedule for calendar year of 2016.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Pettit, seconded by Mr. Span for the approval of resolution 15-43. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. BZA action. Petitioner is Laurice Beauty and Barber Academy, and the owner is Eric Jansen, VNE Properties, special exception approval for a beauty and barber school, 155 East 61st Avenue. Zoning is a C2 commercial, community commercial. Case number is Z38E11-1015. Dorinda, you have a report on this?
Yes.
Is the petitioner here?
Yes, they are. And this should have some conditions for this petitioner only, of this location only, for this use only, and must obtain a crossover parking agreement letter from the Business Plaza Broadway Place across 61st Avenue from the proposed beauty and barber school for students to be able to cross safely at the traffic signal. When they laid out their parking lot for this site, there wasn't sufficient parking, so it was recommended that they seek other parking around the vicinity, and they did acquire a letter from the property manager for the Broadway Place stating that they will allow them to park up to 10 vehicles in their plaza.
Do we have a copy of the letter?
It should be the third page in your staff report.
Okay. Daniel Tina.
Yes.
That's on the other side of the street.
Yes, but there is a traffic signal there, so students should be able to walk safely across the street.
It's a dangerous intersection. That's my first opinion.
They're on the south side, Dorinda?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a bad.
Across from McVee's?
Yes.
In that building?
The McVee's, I
Yeah,
guess.
somewhere over there. But I mean, you know,
Oh, in the old, okay, I know it, okay. Now I got it.
There's no parking on, they can get on the other side where they're located. For safety. Yes, 61st is.
I'm just telling you what.
Voice of my opinion is
Zoning
the place that's unsafe. I'm sorry. It's dangerous.
Were there any remonstrators at the BZA?
No, there wasn't. However, there was the adjacent property owner to the west. He was concerned about possibly the students walking down the street.
Is that the attorneys?
Yes, yes.
there's nothing on the south side that they can get as far as parking.
Just residential, and then they attempted to contact McVeigh's Landscaping, and he never returned.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion. We table this. Dorinda, I know by the syllabus we have 90 days by state statute, which takes us into January 26th of 16. The reason for my table to the petitioner is I would make a concerted effort to try and find parking on that side, continue to make calls to McVee. I've got to stand by my chief of police's recommendation. That's what we pay Joe for. It's public safety. And if he says it's a dangerous intersection, we don't need to compound it. I'm sorry. I know it's not my ward. I think it's Ron's ward, correct? Or Ward 7.
It's Ward 7. But I seconded Sean, and even though we didn't have a council person there, somebody from the council should have been involved in the conversation about this so that we could have guided them in the right direction.
Right. I mean, it's not being denied. I'm making a motion to table it so it gives you time to try and work out some of the parking so people aren't going across a 5-lane or 4-lane heavily traveled 61st Avenue. And I strongly suggest maybe you revisit with Dorinda and again revisit with the business owner to the east and see what accommodations you can make. It's in your best interest as well as the town.
I would add to that maybe, Dorinda, you should get a hold of Roxanne Lamarca, who's going to be coming on in a month.
Probably a good idea.
And she's going to be the councilwoman for that ward.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So in January, we'll meet her. You might want to meet her before that to see
That's a good idea.
what kind of input she's going to have to that.
Yep.
Let's put it back on the first meeting in January.
Table until January.
All those in favor of the table of this BZA action?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next BZA action is David and Linda Zimmer. Owner is David and Linda Zimmer. Is a request for a variance of use, and the purpose is for raising family-owned cows. And the location is 800 East 101st Avenue. Zoning is R1 Single Family Residential, and the case number is Z41U V17-1115. Is the petitioner here? Okay. Dorinda?
So this was discussed at the Board of Zoning Appeals meeting on November 18th. And there were conditions placed on this for this petitioner only at this location, only for this use only. The comprehensive plan for NRCS, Natural Resource Conservation Service, must be approved by town council. Farm must be used for grazing of cows only, and the number of cattle cannot exceed 40. So the Zimmers did reach out to the NRCS. The information I provided is laying on in front of you tonight, some additional information, and they may want to get up and speak about that. They did meet with them today.
We have a USDA loan. We bought the property for agricultural purposes. This is where we want to build our home and our family farm. It used to have cows at one time. The neighbors have cows. A lot of work, but a large investment there to get it the way we wanted to see it.
There were a couple of remonstrators at the Board of Zoning Appeals meeting in regards to the smell that the cattle would bring to that area. So.
Well, I guess my first comment, David, is I've been to the site. I went out there with my precinct committee woman in precinct 24. I took a look at it, the drive. On the brush, I didn't see a problem with it. However, I will remind the council and a couple of the residents that are out there, we've had the good fortune of having 93rd and Randolph cleaned up. It's been purchased. The Bloody Farm is being what would you say, Joe? Revamped completely.
The Nelsons had purchased it.
Nelson's purchased it. Yeah, and they've done a fantastic job with that, David. As well, a young man has purchased Arnie DeWell's farm at 97th and Clay. There's some revamping going on, revitalization going on there.
Different use, though, right?
Different use. Yeah, Arnie's was a horse farm. Willard Bloody was, let's just say that. He was Willard Bloody, and let's just leave it at that. So those folks that are out there from Auburn Hills and Grassfields and Sandpiper know what I'm talking about. So I caution you that I will be watching. Okay, my precinct committee lady will be watching. Okay, if I see it going downhill into that situation, I won't hesitate but to bring this back up on the floor. Okay, I know you got a large investment. I read your documentation. I know what kind of loan you got. I don't have a problem with someone using their property for its highest and best use. You're a property taxpayer, as are these residents. So I don't necessarily have a problem with it. The Panhandle has always had kind of a unique situation. It's got long drives. It's got a lot of agricultural. It's got a lot of different uses. You know, there's a lot of smells out there. I understand that. Gene lives in the Panhandle with me, or I'm on the edge of the Panhandle, I should say. Gene's out in the Panhandle. So is Joe. I don't necessarily have a problem with it, guys. I suppose we can let the residents speak. I didn't go to the BZA. I don't know how many remonstrators there were, Dorinda. 3. Okay. So, I don't know.
So there's quite a difference from what you experienced in 93rd to what I'm talking about, though.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cow-calf operation. This is rotating pasture. We have a large investment just in converting the soil, right? We took it from
I saw all the soil work out there.
Yeah, so that is 3 times the price of a corn crop you do once a year. I have every interest in making that pasture last. I also want to build my house in the middle, adjacent, right, if you know
the 17 in the middle, David?
No, right in front. It'll go all the way to the street, right in the
right on 101st?
The 3 little squares are the houses.
Oh, okay.
My daughter, my son, my daughter would have built. She had a strike this year if we would have got closed. Going through USDA took us about 6 months extra.
Okay.
Going to NRCS, to be honest, we had to do all that a year and a half ago, but we never went to the NRCS side. We did it all through Farm Services. So I got a hold of the people. We went back. I reviewed it. I submitted all that to them today, went and met with them. You see the letter from the guy from Lafayette that was up here.
Yep.
Our guy is actually out, and for our purposes, we would have contacted them soon because we're interested in some of the things they have for fencing and for the solar pump.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of cows you going to have?
Shorthorn and Angus mixed. I mean, for us, it's cow-calf. There's a small percentage that we would promote for 4-H depending on the breeding. My cousin's Nick Stanky from Rensselaer. He's a shorthorn breeder. So when you come up with the 2, anything Angus, the price is good for beef. Mm-hmm. But I mean, for us, it's a beautiful piece of property. If you went through it and you saw it, the O'Connors are their heirs are the neighbors, and they bought it in '79 and enjoyed it all the time. So for us, we saw it the same way.
And again, David, we throughout the area, I mean, Joe and I and Gene can rattle off the property owners that have existing. 101st in Arizona on the north side has got a horse breeding. The smell, the aroma, that's what's out there in the Panhandle. So I'm not. It's a condition, that I want to keep an eye on. It sounds like you're going to do
if you do the data, and I put all that in there to show it, I've taken it to USDA. I presented to Matt Lake when we met. Mm-hmm. The quantity of a pasture rotation versus what your experience are totally different.
Okay.
We're talking about the coverage of the pasture that each cow is working. We're talking about the density of the solids.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to tell you there's not going to be an aroma. I can tell you we don't have any plans, nor would it be in our best interest for business or for my house, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the guy on the front of the street. I'm not going to want to smell that way either. So confining them, containing them, or bunching them up creates that issue.
Now, you do realize, though, that if somewhere down the road, even if you were to give it to your son or daughter, they're going to have to come back before the council. I may not be here. We all may not be here, but it's for you only at this location only, for this purpose only. So if there's any sale or transfer, the town needs to know about it so we know what's going on, okay?
I have no problem with that.
Okay.
I mean, we're not going anywhere.
Okay. Mr. President, I make a motion we approve Z41UV 17-1115.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Pettit, seconded by Mrs. Barron for the approval of the BZA action. Did you say?
And that should be, members of the council should be subject to all conditions.
With the conditions, yes. Mr.
Listed
Bishop.
in the zoning report.
Yes.
Do you want to hear from anybody else? Or?
If it's public, if they want to speak more, yeah.
In regards to that, I have another issue.
You want to step up to the microphone and state your name and address?
She says she's got another issue.
That's another issue.
Oh, okay.
Good evening.
Margaret Credlow, 4170 Augusta Drive in Crown Point. I'm one of the owners of the property directly to the west, 25 acres. Purchased that property in December of 2006, paid a pretty penny for it, paid for it because it was R1. Didn't think a farm was going to go in. Okay. He says, God bless him, 40 cows, that's great. 40 cows usually has 40 cows a year. That's 80 cows. Have we talked about cows and calves? Is it the same thing? Is he going to do a slaughtering there? Haven't talked about that. The valuation of this property that I own is going to be cut in half. It's R1. It was purchased R1. He thought it was agriculture. He got a deal on his property, excuse me, because the seller thought he had a farm there. He didn't know it was R1. We are being penalized by putting a farm there. If I want to put a horse stable there, can I? Even though it's R1?
You come in for a use variance, you could.
Can I put storage units there?
No.
Come on. This is a little ridiculous. 40 cows in 15 acres is way too much.
51 acres.
51 acres, yeah.
51.8 acres.
15 is what he's grazing. He's going to put 40, he's going to do rotation. 90 days, 15 acres. You got to think about that. It's a lot of cows. It's a lot of manure. I just think that if something's R1, it should stay R1. Thank you.
Just for the record, so folks know, we're not changing the zoning on the property. The property is remaining R1. We're granting him a use variance for this use only. So any other ideas that Mr. Zimmer and his wife have, can't do it. R1 and Ag are the most restrictive zoning districts the town of Merrillville has. With regard to the R1 development, keep in mind, folks, Panhandle does not have utilities extended. So R1 means larger lots, means well and septic to be extended. There have been proposals on 101st Avenue for development, which I have not supported on high-density residential, correct, Dorinda? We've had a couple petitions that I've turned down. So, I don't know.
Anybody else want to comment on this?
No, you'd be under public comment.
No, on hers, no.
Yeah. Are you on this issue?
Well, we're going to have a public comment section, but this is just for this. If you want to come up and state your name and address to the microphone.
James and Yolanda Mola. We're at 9581 Sullivan Court in Crown Point over in Auburn Hills. We kind of have the same feeling that the previous landowner came up and spoke about. We are at the other meeting, kind of wasn't unsure, undecided on, if we were for or against with this going behind us. But in that meeting, we learned a lot more information during the meeting, and there were other variances that were brought up, and that actually I came up and I was for those variances based on if this got approved here. That was one with the with the barn that was being built to allow them to build it closer to the west property line, and I was for that for the fact when I look out my backyard I would see less of it, because if it was to be put where it's supposed to be, it would right out my backyard I would see the barn. And then also I was for the fence because I believe the electric fence would be more appeasing than a barbed wire fence. But I want to jump back to this and state, and I apologize, I'm not good at public speaking, so if I sound a little nervous or racked, please forgive me. Kind of the same reasons that were just brought up. One, we've got invested over $400,000 into our property, which we have 429 feet of our property adjacent to where the farm is going to be. And this is looking off of our back porch. We're about 80 feet off of that property line. And you can now see from here all the way to past 101st into that Winfield subdivision. I believe it's Doubletree. There used to be a tree line that was that blocked that property, and also from the previous meeting, this farm was to be used as family use. But as it kept being spoke about, it's coming out that it's more of a business than family use. And that was one of the reasons why I was undetermined. I didn't know the amount of cows that would be on the farm. Now it's up to 40 cows on what they're saying 56 acres. But really they're going to keep them on 15 acres at a time for 90 days. And as I brought up in the other meeting, the back 15 acres here, as you can see on this plan that was provided, there's to graze the cattle in this amount of area, because these trees are still remaining. This is some kind of swamp or wetland that's natural. I don't know if it can be removed or can be filled. I don't know if that's something that can be done. So these acres up here, they're calling 15. I can see where this is more grazing, but as you get back here, it's less of an acreage, a concentration of 40 cows at one time. And this is my back property line that's adjacent to that. So we are concerned with, one, the smell. Two, if we do decide to sell, I don't know if anybody would want to purchase a home like that is next now to a cow farm. When we built our house back in 2007, we came in, we found all the proper paperwork, we did our research to make sure what the zoning around, because we saw that there were some cornfields there, but those were all R1 residential. So that was one of the things why we actually bought in the area. And for the fact that, we could get city water on 2.33 acres. That's hard to find anywhere. So, I have a lot of other things on my list to voice my concerns. Obviously you guys have passed this, but, I guess I will have to do my due diligence if I see an issue, and I'll have to call my town councilman and, bring those issues up.
If you guys have a problem, call me. So with all due respect to everyone in this petition, I did not get one phone call on this petition. So, and there's a lot of people, honestly, a lot of your neighbors know exactly who I am. Believe me, if you know your neighbors, they know how to get a hold of me, don't they, Joe? Mm-hmm. So, again, if I don't hear any remonstration, it's always been my policy for 12 years on the council. If no one has an argument or a complaint, I can't deny someone their highest and best use of their property. He's a taxpayer as well as you folks are, and I understand you made an investment. He also made an investment. That makes both of you guys my boss, and I have to hear both sides of the story, okay? That's fair. If we have a problem, I've already put him on notice. If I see it going downhill, believe me, I won't hesitate to bring this use variance back on the floor and take it away, and he'll have to stop operation, okay?
Just want to thank you folks for hearing us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any comment on the, please come to the microphone and state your name and address for the record.
Michael Frost. I live at 8910 East 101st Avenue. I owned that piece of property, and I think that the man should be able to do whatever he wants to do with his own land. And those people that were up here complaining about the trees, they didn't think nothing about that when they took down all those trees to build them homes where they're at right now. Nor did they care about any of the wildlife that was there. And my cows were in that pasture. I never got one complaint. And my cows were in that pasture and in that woods. And that's about all I have to say.
Okay. Anybody else have any comment? Any other council people have any comment? Roll call vote, Mr. Guernsey.
Dan? Yes. Arnold?
Yeah.
Karen?
Yes.
Pettit?
Yes.
Roger?
Yes, motion carries 5-0. Any old business?
I got one thing. We talked about the commissions that's up at the end of the year, and we were supposed to get it advertised or whatever. I mean, we've got some responses, but we
Got responses.
haven't read anything anywhere where anybody else
Okay.
knows about it.
Yeah. I don't know, Dorinda, if you've sent anything out yet or notice to the press.
I have never sent anything.
Not
I
even.
have never.
Deadline is December 18th.
Okay, we'll get something out to everybody tomorrow.
Thank you. That's all I got.
Anybody else on their old business? New business? Anybody have anything under new business?
I got one thing there too. I'd like
Richard.
I'd like to congratulate the fighting football team
Oh, yes.
for their as they go downstate Saturday to play for the state championship, Class 2A. That's the only thing we got going here in Northwest Indiana. So we should.
Yeah, I seen some of the pictures on Times Online. They
Right.
were out there shoveling the field.
Yeah, they did a
It
lot of
was
stuff. to
snowing
get
like
that, yeah.
crazy. It's like a Bears game in the middle of January.
Except they won.
Yeah.
There is, I have one other item, Mr. President. Probably should have done it under public safety, and I just realized it's sitting here. Joe had contacted me in my capacity at Lamar, and the reward for the investigation into the Piatak murder has been upgraded, and we're going to put up one of the billboards with copy on it, hoping to help the police department with any leads, anybody driving by. I'm going to figure out a location for that billboard. More than likely, it's going to go on Taft Street by the animal hospital there. We're going to put the copy up, and hopefully that'll help Joe and the guys solve the murder. So
That's great, Joe.
Anybody else on their new business? Seeing none at this time, we'll open it up for public comment. If you would like to come up to the microphone, state your name and address for the record, and you have 3 minutes.
My name is Constance Zelinga. This is my husband.
Gerald Zeilinga.
We live at 7215 Virginia Street here in Merrillville. We've been residing here for 27 years. We've been receiving sewer gas in our home along with raw sewage. I'm very aware of it because I used to be an environmental engineer working for Baxter and Woodman Environmental Engineers in Crystal Lake, Illinois. At the present time, I'm a teacher in an A-plus school corporation. And when we had our last time with the sewer gas, my husband called the licensed plumber out and he videotaped the sewer line, showing that there was no breaks or no blockages in our line. I also have bills of all the times that we've had any sewer problems in our home. And that's been for the past 3 years, raw sewage and methane gas. And if you're aware of what some of the chemicals are in methane, along in the sewer gases, there's about 10 different chemicals that can show up in your home. I was very concerned because I'm disabled at the present time. I've had 3 back surgeries, I've had Achilles tendon surgery, and I'm going to have other surgery on my other foot. There's no way that I can keep running out, checking sewers, pulling manhole covers with a pry bar to check to see if the line is open. When I've witnessed a conservancy district out there with 9 people trying to shove a rubber bladder into the line, trying to open conservancy's line. They told us they would be coming back out. They have not come back out. They came back when I called to complain. It happened again yesterday. My husband noticed it. We both called 911. Because if you know anything about sewer gas, and if your house is locked up now in the wintertime, you can have a big explosion from sewer gas. It's not just your natural gas coming out of your stove or your dryer. Okay? So I was very upset. My husband called. They did nothing. 911 did nothing. I called again. They did nothing. Called the third time. The police department finally came out. Okay? I'm aware that they can use a gauge and they can measure how many parts per million that those deadly gases are in your home. No one came out for that. I asked the officer if he wanted to come in and smell the gas. He said no way did he want to come in our home. All right? So today, somebody came out while I was at work, while my husband was at work, and they dug out the tree that they said wasn't their problem. It's only 5 feet from their center line of their sewer. And they came out and they dug the whole thing out. And they took all the roots and stump out. Now I have a disconnected sewer line where I can get methane gas coming into my home from underground. It's not safe to stay in my house. I have a son and a pet there also. This happened one time before when I had a bad cold and I was about ready to cook dinner. So can you imagine going to your stove and turning your stove on? What's going to happen next? That's a deadly issue, and there's
Joe,
nothing
can
here
you
in
find out
Merrillville
what happened
that
with
they
the
send these
111
residents.
calls on that?
That's county.
I have the card from the officer right here.
They should have
Okay.
They
should have sent the fire department.
Right. They should have sent the fire department.
Oh, I called the administrative line at the fire department, and I talked to a gentleman there. And then I called, and nobody came. Okay, I called 911. Nobody came. So
They're supposed to come tomorrow.
Where's the fire chief at
and
tonight?
do some plumbing and dig up the
and reconnect our line. But now you're talking vitrified clay. Now what are you going to do? They damaged it when they tried cleaning it out.
So I don't know if our line's going to be broke down, and then that's our cost.
Yeah, polyvinyl chloride, the PVC Schedule 40 is going to cost us some good money because we're going to have to go underneath our driveway.
And it's a good distance away.
John, what I advised Connie on the phone last night was, first and foremost, to retain legal counsel. Secondly, good, bad, or indifferent, or for whatever it's worth, the town of Merrillville is not in the sewer business. We were told by the state Supreme Court we can't do that. This is a Conservancy District matter. I don't like hearing about this. Unfortunately, I think from a legal perspective, John, our hands are tied with the Conservancy District. However, I would ask that you call Mr. Touche in the morning, explain the situation, tell him the councilman is aware of it, and that something needs to be done. Either their board of directors, I know their superintendent's out on vacation. I got the email from Dorinda. Connie's emailed me, knowing what I knew or know how they work. I can't send our public works guys or any of the town employees to help them out. All we can do is put pressure around and make this an issue. And with Chaz and Karen sitting in the audience, I'm hoping they're taking down every word that Connie and I and we're all saying. And, maybe that will spur something. I don't know what, do you have any insight, John? There really isn't anything we can do, can we?
It is. It's perfectly appropriate for you to voice your concerns here to the town council, but Councilman Pettit is correct. The responsibility for sewer maintenance and repairs is with the Merrillville Conservancy District, which is a different government agency, as
yes,
both of you well know.
Yes, sir.
You're certainly welcome to voice your concerns
I
here.
came here today to let other residents in the town of Merrillville know that this could happen to them at any time, because they do not notify residents when they go to work on any of the service lines. So they could do 1,000 homes in a day, and your home could be sitting after your toilet's been blown off the floor and sewer gas is in your home. And I would hate to be a senior citizen now and not have the senior citizens be protected, because my neighbor up the hill is a senior along with his wife, and they did it to him during the summer.
Yeah, I came home and it was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and the whole house smelled like it. And they had been working all day, and they didn't contact us if they were going to be out there or nothing.
So you need to be aware of hydrogen sulfide and ammonia. You mix those two chemicals together, and it's very highly toxic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilman, per your request, I'll place that call to Attorney Touche in the morning.
Thank you.
Anybody else under public comment?
My name is Keith Shoulder, for the Reese's Beauty and Barber Academy. Live at 3155 West 64th Place. That's my wife, Anita. I just need to get some clear understanding about the parking, because we already have parking where our facility is at, and then it was recommended that we seek other parking. We looked at McVeigh's and we tried to contact McVeigh's to no avail, and then we contacted Dan Tina across the street. Now, this is I know the police said that it was a dangerous spot, 61st Street at the light. But then here, my thing is, you got kids that it's a school bus that comes at that light too.
Nobody crosses the road, sir.
Huh?
They don't cross the road.
Well,
they don't cross the road. There's no walkway there. Crosswalk at 61st. The town would have to put a crosswalk in to make it safe for your business. And that's what we're referring to. Yeah, crosswalk. Yeah, the light. Yeah. That's what we're referring to. We want to make sure that everybody's safe that goes into your establishment. The best way to do that is to find parking on the south side of 61st Avenue. We wouldn't want any customers or public parking on the north side and get struck by a car there.
True, I understand that.
And then 61st is a busy intersection. It's 4 lanes. They run east and west, and we have accidents there all the time.
Right.
And then we're looking out for your safety as long as your customers and student safety. And that's why we're suggesting, town council is, you understand they tabled it, right? Am I correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And they're asking you to go back and locate parking on the south side of the roadway where McVeigh is at or some other business would share parking.
There are no other businesses. There's residential. That's all.
Well, here's what I'm saying is it's unsafe for pedestrians to cross 61st Avenue without a crosswalk. Okay. It's a hazardous intersection. Okay. We have a hard enough time when they pull in the plaza there. Okay. And any buses that stop, they do not let the kids cross. Okay. They do not cross 61st Avenue. Okay.
I mean, I saw them crossing, but the bus wasn't there. But I saw them crossing.
But they do not let them cross.
Right. And see, right now we have a school on 37th and Broadway. Now, 37th and Broadway is getting real dangerous down there. Now, my wife works down there. And you got people getting killed down there. This is the purpose of me bringing up to 61st so it can be a little, I feel that it's more safer up here than being down there. Because God forbid if something happened to my wife down there, I mean.
Sir, I would get a hold of the councilwoman that's coming on board for that ward and see what she thinks and kind of see where else you can go in that ward. And if you can't go, if you absolutely insist on having your business at that site, work with her and see what she thinks and see what you can come up with.
Who is she?
Her name is Roxanne LaMarca, and you can work with Dorinda on getting a hold of her. That's what I would suggest to you because she knows that area very well.
We're just trying to make it safe for you. You gotta understand it's a 4-lane.
We didn't deny it. We're just saying you need to work with the councilwoman that's coming on board for that area.
I don't have a problem working with anybody, you know, any suggestions or anything.
Because we're not denying it. We just deferred it. That's all.
Is that where that coin baseball cart and landscaping?
The landscaping is
landscaping on the east side.
East of there.
Okay. How many chairs you got? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Tom.
We're going to have up to 20 students plus their instructors.
You're looking like a 20 parking place.
20 plus parking spaces.
Yeah, it's the parking there on where they're talking about plaza. It's filled. If you go there during the day, where the phone store is at and where the medical center is at, it's full. There's I don't know where they're come up with 20 places to park. If you
they only got to come up with 10.
Right there on the facility. We got about 11 or 12 parking places.
But to make
right
it
there.
safe, it wouldn't be advisable to let anybody cross 61st Avenue without a crosswalk.
What about that new home where they're renting apartments?
That's a little farther east.
Yeah, because he has an open lot over there that's on that side of the street.
And I went
Didn't
there
we
and
put
left
a new sidewalk
information
through there?
No. Did we? No. I think we only put it on the north side.
But there was a sidewalk that runs.
No.
It's a self-control. Yeah, where they sell heating and harness equipment and things to them.
You can't do that.
Well, I'm gonna ride through there tomorrow. Let me ride through there tomorrow.
You can't say you're going to have a school and have 20 students and have 11 parking places.
Well, here's the thing.
Right now, here's the thing. Right now, the school is just developing. We don't have 20 students now.
Correct.
And, you know, right now we just have 8 students. You know, and back and forth you got to petition to try to get other students to come to the
Do
school.
we need to have this as a workshop instead of bringing it in front of the council?
Well, here's the thing. The thing is, I think, didn't I ask to meet with them before they did this, before you sat down, before we got to this point?
We did sit down together.
Because I'd asked to sit down with you guys, and we probably could have worked. We wouldn't be standing here today, but I don't know what happened, but that's neither here nor there, because I knew that at the time, we were, the guy that had the position, Ward 7, was on his way. He has health issues, and so I wanted to sit down with you guys and talk about it, but that never materialized. So that's why we're here today. But let me ride through there tomorrow and let's get through the holidays and give me some contact information, and we'll sit down and have a conversation.
I'll go up there with Councilman Hardaway and I'll help him look.
We'll work something out. Just give me some contact information. I'll give you mine, and then let's see what happens after the Thanksgiving. How's that?
Thank you.
Okay.
I just want to tell you too that I am also a licensed master barber of the state of Indiana.
Yeah, but you can't cut nobody's hair sitting up here. Yeah, he says.
All right.
Oh, he cut yours. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Come and teach us a class.
No, I'm past that.
Anybody else have anything under public comment?
That'd be how they.
Step up to the microphone. Please state your name and address for the record, please.
Hi, my name is Aurelio Rodriguez. I'll be Mr. Dave Zimmer's neighbor across the street. I was here for the last meeting and basically expressed my concern with the smell having gone through 93rd and Randolph for a lot of years, and I'm sure anybody that drove by there knew what it smelled like. So I think there's a good plan, going ahead. I know Dave's going to do the right thing, and we're all gonna, coexist and be good neighbors. So just want to make sure that if it does become an issue down the road, that it doesn't get forgotten. I don't think it's going to be an issue, but sounds like it's a good plan moving ahead. I like to keep the country out there. I'm out in the country, so that's a good thing. That's all I want to say.
Thank you. Anybody else under public comment? Anybody else under public comment? Seeing none, there's one other thing.
No, what about the announcement?
Oh. Town hall offices will be closed except for emergency services November 26th and 27th, 2015 in service of Thanksgiving. Stormwater Management Board meeting is December 1st at 4:30. Police Commission meeting is December 4th at 8 a.m. And the Town Council next meeting is December 8th at 6:30 p.m.
There's no Plan Commission this month.
Motion to adjourn.
Or Board of Zoning Appeals.
Right there, it wasn't on there. Motion and a second, we're adjourned.
It's cold out there.
It is cold out there.
Yeah, it's that time.